Matthew Mullins. All right, video's rolling. As long as that's red,
Okay.
we're good. As long as
Okay.
the little people move.
Okay.
If it turns green, that means it's stopped. You need to stop the role play.
All right.
Clock's ticking, video's rolling. All right, Matthew.
Come in.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, Matthew.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Matthew Mullins from Neil.
Nikki, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Here's my business card.
All right, great. Thank you, sir.
May I have a seat?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, I just wanted to start off by thanking you for taking the time to see me this evening. I know your time is very valuable to you. First, I just wanted to say that your boss, Raphael, I recently spoke with him, and he said that he was interested in adopting our SalonBiz software for his salon at the Maria Veradero Resort, which you are a manager. I was just wanted to start off by asking you, what has he told you about our SalonBiz software that we offer?
Well, he's told me that I think you guys offer a cloud-based solution. Aside from that, he hasn't given me a whole lot of information. He asked me to come to Orlando and to meet with you and see if it made sense for you guys to have a discussion any further.
Alrighty, sounds good. Is it okay if I take some notes during our
Sure.
meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just to start off, I want to ask you some questions basically to try to find out what your needs are. And then after that, I can move into a presentation to see what we can do for you. And we'll decide what we do from then on. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Alrighty. Let me start off by asking, what kind of goals do you have for your company currently right now?
So the big thing is we need something that's going to be cloud-based.
Cloud-based? Okay.
We think that now that the United States has normalized relations with Cuba, that we're going to have a big influx of travelers coming to Cuba. So we're looking for something that provides our customers the ability to book their rooms online.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm looking for stuff that's going to be able to help my customers be able to do the reservations for spa services as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything currently holding you back from achieving those goals? Like, do you not have any software right now, or do you have anything you're using right now, or?
Right now, we don't have anything that's internet-based. We just
Okay.
have some proprietary systems that we've built in-house.
Okay.
That if we're right with our estimates, that it probably isn't going to handle the influx of traffic we expect.
Okay. So currently, you would say that situation is not adequate to handle what you think is going to be a large volume of customers. Okay. What would you say is the most important feature to you when choosing a CRM software for your salon?
I don't know that there's any single feature that's going to be important. It's going to really be the total package that we look for.
Okay. All right. And how many employees would you say are at your salon?
So in my salon, I only have 6.
At 6. Okay.
My hotel is part of a larger association, though, that has 10 different resorts.
Okay. And would each of those resorts have 6 salon employees?
Approximately.
Okay. All right. And you would be looking to adopt the package for each one of these resorts?
Correct. It may be something that we do initially as a test with,
Okay.
with my location, and then potentially roll it out to the entire association.
Okay. All right. Would you say that all 6 of those employees, do they just do stylist work, or do they do administrative work, or help book customers?
Yeah,
or?
so there's a mixture. There are 4 technicians that actually do the work, pedicures and things like that. I'm the salon manager.
Okay.
And then I have 1 support person that actually takes care of all the reservations.
Okay. So that 6 employees, just to clarify, is 4 stylists and then 1 support person that helps with administrative tasks, and then the manager?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, how would you say, just for a brief estimate, how much time would you say you or your support person spends on just doing administrative work, like booking clients or having to deal with financial metrics?
I don't know that we spend a ton of time on the booking part.
Okay.
We have our resort has a little over 400 rooms.
Okay.
Only about 10% of our guests actually use the salon.
Okay.
But when we have a guest, they typically are coming to see the salon or coming to the spa at least twice during their stay.
Okay.
I think that a good chunk of our time, of the support person's time, is done with inventory tracking.
Okay.
And that's something else that's going to be an important element, is that whatever solution we look to implement has to have the ability to track inventory.
So would I be correct in assuming that you're having difficulty tracking your inventory as it stands right now, like that you sell in the salon?
I don't know that it's necessarily difficulty tracking, and I
Okay.
think the main thing is we're looking for a more efficient solution.
Okay, all right. If you could put a dollar amount on your time, what would it be?
I wouldn't have any clue how to estimate that. I
Okay.
think that we probably pay our support people an average of about $8 per hour,
Okay,
and they're probably spending an average of 4 or 5 hours per week
okay.
taking care of inventory.
If I could show you a solution that would help free up some of that time, would you be interested?
Yeah, be interested.
Okay, alrighty. Well, what would you also be interested in maintaining your customer information? You know, for instance, like who your most valuable customers are, who spend the most money at your salon, and also perhaps who your best stylists are.
Yeah, I think that something that maybe has like a rating
Mhm.
feature where our customers could rate the stylist. and
Okay.
Maybe help provide some improved customer satisfaction.
Okay.
That would be helpful. I think that it'd be great to know which of our clients are spending the most, and maybe
Mhm.
which people would use particular services. Maybe we can try to increase our marketing efforts.
Okay. Alrighty. So, is there anything that I haven't touched on that's really on your mind that you're really looking for out of our cloud-based software?
I think that, as far as your tracking part was concerned, I think that something, we're looking for some sort of a robust reporting capability with this
Okay.
as well. We want to be able to track, obviously observe traffic and trends throughout the course of the year.
Okay.
That's going to be something that'll be helpful as well.
Okay. So just to sum up, want to state, your most important need is the fact that you need an online booking system
Mhm.
for your clients to have,
Mhm.
and you currently don't have anything internet-based, but you would have about 6 employees at 10 different resorts, and 2 of those being yourself and a support
Mhm.
technician. And what we're really looking for is to observe trends, financial, and also manage it. Have a system that helps manage inventory,
Mhm.
because you currently don't have that right now.
Right.
Okay. So let me move on to a presentation here and show you what our cloud-based software can do for your salons, as well as offering solutions for managing inventory. Basically, the most important thing that we do is to help, this cloud-based software does, is it helps to make appointments and scheduling.
Mhm.
And that takes a lot of time off your hands, because the customers can do that on their own. They can use the cloud-based software, that way you don't have an employee that's continuously using their time to book appointments for customers. They can even do it, the employee can do that for them while they're actually having their work done, instead of, sometimes I've noticed what other salon managers have said, that when the customer's ready to go, they're ready to go, and they don't really want to worry about booking an appointment then. They usually give objections like, oh, I'll do it later, call back later next time, and it's good to just get them right then and there, and so that way.
Yeah, so one concern that I would have with that, though, is that Cuba, I don't know if you've ever been to Cuba, but we're not as technologically advanced as
I
you
see.
are here in the States. And the internet's something that's not as consistent maybe as what you're used to here.
Okay.
So I would have a concern that if the internet crashes, is there any kind of a mechanism in place for us to still get bookings from our clients?
Well, we do have an excellent support team. There's over 50 people that we have currently that work around the clock that you could reach if there's any technical difficulties,
Mhm.
that they can help you take care of that. We are completely responsible for anything that goes wrong.
Mhm.
So we can assure you that if anything goes wrong, we would be on top of it. Seeing how you are out of the United States and things can maybe get a little hairy there, I totally understand why that may concern you.
Mhm.
But that would be a major focus of ours to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Basically, we've already discussed some of these things. One of the main things I wanted to touch on was your inventory control. We can give you a system that tells you which products you're selling the most of and when you're selling the most of those products, so that way you can make sure those are stocked and for your customers to have those. and when you're not selling as many, so you don't have to order as many and you're not sitting on so much inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And another good thing is that while the customer is actually sitting in the stylist chair, they can be looking over, if you have an iPad or the phone, they can be looking at the inventory of your current salon products that you're offering while they're getting their hair or their work done, and then make purchases while they're there, rather than maybe trying to sell them as they're walking out the door and they want to go, and that can be a little difficult. So this is how we the screenshot of the managing the inventory. It says how much you're selling of certain products and and what volume and what's really popular. This is shows the financial metrics of your store. It shows what you can set current goals to say if how much your sales have gone up in a current week. It's very detailed. The good thing is that without software, you have no real way of managing as far as what is noticing what the trends are.
Mm-hmm.
So this way you can be prepared to make sure you're staffed properly and have adequate resources to prepare for the large influx of customers, as well as the convenience of always having it available on mobile devices.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing we like to push, is that since it's cloud-based, it's very easily accessible and is very reliable as well. And here's
a lot of this sounds great. I have a concern that it might be too expensive for us.
Okay. Well, basically, here's the prices that we offer. Why is price a concern? Is
Well, we want to make sure. We don't have any kind of a solution like this in place today, and we
Mhm.
want to make sure that whatever we do implement is something that gives us a positive ROI.
I understand. That's very important. We always want to help our clients make money,
Mhm.
because that way it's a win-win for us.
Mhm.
That's our top priority, other than providing reliable service, is
Mhm.
that you are also profitable as well.
Mhm.
And currently, our price range that you would fall into is 5 to 9 service providers, and that would be $99 a month. And our contracts last for about a year, but you can cancel it at any time. But it's a monthly fee of $99 for the size of your employees. And a good way to look at it is the fact that you could end up saving money, and the service could end up paying for itself. Just for an example, with the more efficient running of your business and able to book customers faster and
Mhm.
without as much effort and without having to use as many employees to do so, we could predict that, let's say you have each stylist would see approximately 20 customers per week. Is that a decent estimate?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Well, just if they increase by 10% to 22 customers per week with the amount of time that they would have free, that would total in approximately $130 more in revenue each week per stylist, with the average revenue of $65 per customer, which I assume is about how much you normally receive in revenue per customer.
It's a little bit higher than that. I think that they're spending an average of about $85.
$85?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. Well, just to do a quick calculation here, every single customer is spending $85, and you're able to see 2 new customers every week. That would give you a total of $170 per week. Per month, that would be $680. So minus your $99 charge, that's giving you an increase of $581 of revenue every single month, even after you've paid for the monthly fee. So does that help satisfy your concerns about the price?
Yeah, it seems like it makes sense.
Okay, all right. Is there anything else that I haven't touched on that you have any concerns about?
Well, the big thing is I touched a little bit earlier on the fact that we're not as technologically advanced.
Mhm.
This is a system that we'd be looking to add on to what we're doing currently.
Mhm.
I don't have the time to provide any sort of training
I see.
for my staff,
I see.
and that's not something that I'd feel comfortable in recommending Raphael that we take on.
Okay. Well, basically what we would do is we would take over the training. On average, it takes us about 4 hours to set up the entire system in your salon, and that would totally be on us. You wouldn't have to, waste your employees' time, because
Mhm.
they're already busy, and I'm sure you're already busy
Mhm.
running your business.
Mhm.
And I would not want to put that on you,
Mhm.
because we like to handle that side of the business. That way you can just focus on running your salon and making sure that your customers are taken care of. So you wouldn't have to worry about training your employees. We would make sure that would be taken care of on our end, and also handling any support issues with the internet. So does that help assuage your doubts about that?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, something else I'm curious about is that, you know, we're talking about obviously the online benefits.
I see.
A lot of our guests are booking their reservations, you know, when they book their actual stay at the resort. But how does the system allow for people that might just want to walk in? Because we do have some fair amount of traffic that just say they want to walk in off the beach and have their nails done.
Well, are you concerned about the fact that maybe if someone walked in, your stylist would be too busy at the time to take care of them, or?
Well, perhaps that, but also something that would be, you know, for us to, if we have the time available to take the new guests, that it wouldn't be a tedious process to have somebody entered into the system.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that it's very easy to add in new people to the system. Here's a screenshot of the appointment schedules. And since this is already done, you know, you could instantly, if someone just were to walk in, you could pull this up on the iPad or the phone immediately, and it would immediately tell you if you have an availability at that time, or if all your stylists are currently booked. So that way, at least you could give them an answer right away instead of, you know, not really being sure. And if they're not able to currently be taken care of, you can give them an exact time of when a stylist would be available. So perhaps they could come back in 45 minutes or, you know, an hour. So.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Alrighty. Is there anything else that I haven't touched on that, you know, you'd like me to go over with you?
You know, I guess we do a lot of services. We provide a lot of services in our salon. I know in my salon, I think that we're probably on a regular basis dealing with over 100 different suppliers.
I see.
So how does your system allow for the ability to track inventory from that many different companies?
Well, it does help track to limit waste of product, as I discussed earlier, and save time on your ordering, because it will automatically order the products for you, if you know, you can change it if necessary. It will also store all of that information into a database, so that way you're not having to currently update it. You know, every month it'll just keep the same, as well as that's the same with the customer information and all your stylist information and the ratings and, you know, every customer that comes in, the work they had done and the products that they purchased. So, and this is the screenshot of the retail point of sale. You know, that gives you all the information about the inventory, and, you know, the screenshot of the managing the inventory. So that basically it'll list every single product that you're ordering right here, and this can, you know, you can integrate as far as I know, as many suppliers as you would need to under the software. So what we're trying to do is just consolidate all of your processes into one simple function, so that way you don't have to do with so many different interfaces, and, you know, thus spending more time dealing with administrative tasks, which is really what we're trying to do, to take the burden off of you, and that way you can focus on taking care of your customers.
That makes sense.
Right. Well, is there anything else that we'd like to discuss?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Well, I was hoping to meet with Raphael the next time I come in. Do you think we could set that up now?
I think I'd be comfortable recommending that he meet with you.
Okay, excellent. Right. What would be a good time for that meeting to occur?
When are you going to be in Cuba again?
I'll actually be there next week.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'll have to do is, if you want to send me maybe a recap email with a couple of dates that work for you,
certainly,
I'll get with Raphael and see what his schedule looks like.
Certainly, I will definitely do that. Alrighty. Well, if there's any other questions I can answer for you.
No, I think that's all.
No? Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I look forward to meeting with you next week.
Likewise. Hope the rest of the show is a success for you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
That screen went off 10-15 minutes ago. And I was like, boss, I don't think